Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. I'm Nine, this is Mako.
Hey, hi.
So once again, I've been busy between episodes, and this is because I've been making these armors for all of our three main characters. Break, HP Limit, Ribbon, Auto Phoenix, and Auto Haste. The problem with getting all of these abilities is that Ribbon takes 99 Dark Matter. Ribbon is something that's only in the International Edition, and it protects against almost every status effect. There are a few that it does not protect against, and they are the truly scary ones. I'm trying to remember the exact ones they are.
Curse, probably.
Yeah, Curse doesn't get touched. I'm trying to remember all of them. It's Curse doesn't get affected. Crap, hold on, I'm looking it up. Because it's important to know when you use Ribbon and when you don't. Curse, Death, Breaks, Zombie, and Doom. None of that is taken care of by Ribbon.
All the stuff you'd really wish it was.
All the stuff you'd really wish it was. But Curse can be taken care of by Holy Water. Death can be taken care of by Auto Phoenix, which oddly enough I already have. Breaks can be dispelled. Yeah. Zombie can be taken care of by Holy Water, and Doom, you die and restart. We're using it for the Dark Aeons. Now, up until this time, the Dark Aeons have been... I was really confused for a second, and I realized, oh right, for some reason I took off my No Encounters weapon. Let me go fix that.
I can't see what you're showing.
Oh, whoops. Fixing. But, I've had No Encounters on for so long with Lulu that I forgot what happened when I took it off. Okay, let's go ahead and fight. So up until now, the Dark Aeons have been fairly easy. The scariest one was, of course, Dark Shiva, who, was, well, scary. But, up until now, other than Dark Shiva, we've had a fairly good time with the Dark Aeons. Well, that stops as soon as you get to where we are now. Now, I know this because this is Dark Yojimbo, and I've been fighting Dark Yojimbo for about the past week. Once again, giving you some idea of how far apart some of these episodes can be. And the reason
You've been at it for a while.
I've been at it for a while. It's been like a week and a half since last time we recorded. Now, the reason I've been waiting so long is because Dark Yojimbo, one, is a fairly hard fight if you don't have break HP limit. So first of all, he ambushes you. Very, very frequently. He also uses Wakizashi, which does this. Now, that was 24,000 damage against every player on my team. Even with Protect, which will have damage, that's still 12,000 damage per person, which meant that even though I had Auto Protect, I was still dying every single time. So I had to get lucky and make it so Yojimbo did not get a chance to do that to me. So that's one of the reasons this took so long. Now you may be asking yourself, why were you fighting Dark Yojimbo so often? Was he killing you that many times? And the answer is no, actually. Towards the end of it, especially when I was speeding up with Dark Yojimbo, he wasn't killing me very often at all. Thing is, you have to beat Dark Yojimbo, I think it's either 4 or 5 times in a row without saving, or not without saving, but without loading, or leaving the area. When you do so, you will officially beat Dark Yojimbo, but if you don't, you won't. So Wakizashi is AoE damage to all your characters, and it's about 24,000 damage. Kozuka is about 12,000 damage, but Kozuka isn't dangerous by itself. The problem with Kozuka is what it does. Let's show you what it does. Let's see. White Magic. Asuna. Check it. He just did a full break on me. Now, the problem with that is that when he does his next attack, it's not going to do 12,000 damage. It's going to do max damage.
It's going to do screw you damage.
Yeah. So we have to be kind of concerned about that. And then if he uses, so he's going to use Kozuka again, and he'll apply full break to someone else. Who's he going to hit with? So he hits Tidus with it. Now, our attack and defense is so high at this point that Power Break is not going to stop us from dealing 99999. So we don't have to worry about that, but it's the defense break that really causes an issue. The attack we didn't see during that fight was Daigoro, which is the only other attack he has, and Daigoro inflicts a petrification effect if he actually hits you. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted Ribbon. In fact, all of the Dark Aeons from here on out are going to be inflicting petrification on us. So that's one of the reasons why I had to get Ribbon. Now, the next thing we have to be concerned about or that I had to be concerned about, the reason why I was fighting so much, is because of the drops that Yojimbo does. Apparently, every Dark Aeon has some sort of effect that shows up on their weapons a lot. Yojimbo's effect is Curse, so he drops a lot of Curse-proof armors and Curse-based weapons. The other thing is that all of the Dark Aeons have a chance of dropping Ribbon armor, but Dark Yojimbo especially also drops, he's the one who apparently drops the most Ribbon armor. He drops the most 4-slot Ribbon armor, but he also drops armor that has break HP limit as well as Ribbon. And one of the reasons I fought him so much was because I was specifically trying to get armor that had Ribbon on it, and if I got lucky, it would be 4-slot armor with Ribbon, and if I got really lucky, it would be 4-slot armor with Ribbon and break HP limit. Unfortunately, I wasn't very lucky. So I had to grind up forever, and I eventually, Riku and Kimahri were actually the only 2 characters that I actually got the drops on for break HP limit and Ribbon. Waka got a, I want to say I got the Ribbon drop for Waka, and I had to custom make Tidus's one. But the problem is, again, that's 99 dark matter. And apart from getting 99 dark matter from, I think it's from when you create Nemesis, the only ways to get dark matter is to get it piecemeal, 2 dark matter at a time. So that's the other reason why I had to fight a lot, because I had to get it 2 at a time. Now, one of the things you may notice is that I no longer have Tidus, Riku, and Waka on Warrior Overdrive. Right now, they're currently on Comrade Overdrive, and the reason is because we take so much damage off of these fights that if the opponent gets an attack in, I pretty much instant overdrive. So that's why you're going to be seeing that. And then where Tidus is basically not getting an overdrive in at all, there's no point for me giving him one. We're mostly worried about Riku's overdrive and Waka's overdrive. And as for Riku, I had some time to experiment with mix, and I found a couple of really nice mixes that have been helping me a lot. One is 2 Mega Phoenixes, and I know Mega Phoenix, you know, you're sitting there and you're going, Mega Phoenix, that's, you know, those are expensive. You're paying 200,000 a piece to get like 30 of them. And that's very true. But Mega Phoenix has this very cool effect in that when you combine 2 Mega Phoenix, you get the ability Final Phoenix, which I've already shown twice. Final Phoenix revives all possible party members and refills HP on all other party members to full, which is an effect you can't get otherwise. You can do a Mega Elixir effect, which is great, but it doesn't revive. So it's, you know, it's kind of a thing, but it's good to have. Let me keep on fighting here.
And of course, the more any healing you don't have to spend a turn doing, even if it is, you know, eating really powerful items all in one go, is healing that's well spent.
Pretty much. Now, there are some other combinations that I could be using. One that I think we're going to end up using during later boss fights is it's Hyper Mighty G, which is the Super Mighty Guard. Well, not Super Mighty Guard, because there is actually a Super Mighty Guard. Sanctuary. Wow. So that one item that I was fighting so hard to get... No, never mind. This one has Curse Proof on it. So this wouldn't have been useful for me. I was looking for one with just Ribbon. So that wouldn't have been the one I wanted. But there is a Hyper Mighty G, which, if I remember correctly, is it's the normal Mighty Guard effect. But I think it also comes with Auto Life and Null All.
That's not a bad... And
it's not. It's just it's rare items you have to use. It's stuff like I forget the. I think this is the final fight we're doing against. Yeah, he's behind you, Tidus.
It always struck me like you want to in a game like this, you want to stack as many defenses as you can, and I'm thinking, boy, am I glad that you're not playing Shin Megami Tensei game.
I'm curious why.
Okay, in the Digital Devil Saga games, there is one of the optional bosses you have to face is Demi-Fiend, who was the main character of the third Nocturne, another one of the games. And he is an optional boss that is considered one of the nastiest, like, ever. Because he runs through a very specific route of actions he does. If you go into the combat with any sort of resistances whatsoever, like if you go into the battle with any, immune to X element, he will basically break pattern and use Megiddo and all the... It's basically he will cast Ultima over and over and over and over again without giving you a turn until you're dead. It's essentially him saying, play by the rules. Since then, most of the optional bosses have something along those lines where if you have more than one nullification ability, they'll usually just beat you down before the battle starts.
I love that summoner just like, oh, well, I guess I can't beat you, and he just runs off.
Now is time for running away.
Because that's 4. I think I'm supposed to beat him 5 times, but I'm not sure what the last one is. Is it over here? This is the thing, I was never able to... I didn't keep fighting long enough to actually figure him out, because I didn't want to accidentally break it. So the idea was you'd fight him 3 times, and then all you have to do is you have to leave the cave. So you run to the teleporter, teleport to the front of the cave, and then once you've done that, you have reset Yojimbo. And then you just teleport to the back of the cave again. So, and then you just keep on fighting him. That's all you have to do. For some reason, I want to say I haven't fought him enough. I want to say there's another one I have to do. But I don't know where he is. Please don't tell me I just reset it again. We're going to go look. I think I got him.
I hope you got him.
Otherwise, we're going to be doing this for the rest of the episode. Okay, let's go see. So, if I got him, there's going to be no cutscene here. Nope, I didn't get him. So that just reset it.
Oh, dagnabbit.
Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know what I did. Okay. Yes, Yojimbo show up. Okay, let's go fight Dark Yojimbo.
Again.
Huh. I guess he's somewhere else in the cavern and I have to go hunt him down. Now, another thing you can remember to do is, oh, unfortunately, Riku does not have an overdrive. That's kind of bad. And by kind of bad, I mean that's terrifying. Riku? I don't normally do it this way, but can you take Wakka's overdrive meter, please? I don't usually do it this way, because it's not a really good use of what I have, but let's use a Mega Potion and... Where is it? And a level 1 Key Sphere. I think this works? Final Elixir, there we go. So, okay, I used a Kozuka, so it didn't really matter that much. So the one thing I just did, I did Final Elixir, and Final Elixir is basically just Final Phoenix, except doesn't have the revive ability, but it fully maxes out your health and fully maxes out your MP. So we just kind of forced the issue. So that way, because I'm expecting him to do a Wakizashi any second now. Wow, that was a thing. I'm expecting him to do Wakizashi any second now, and if he does, or if he had done so while I had that many characters below 20,000, that would have been a wipe. Here it is. Yep. Now, it's really weird. Sometimes, if there's one character left alive, they'll only Phoenix down one person. Sometimes they'll Phoenix down 2 people. And I haven't figured out what the rule is about that.
I'm wondering if it doesn't have something to do with how it, how you got killed.
I mean, it was with Wakizashi. Sometimes it'd be 1, sometimes it'd be 2. And I never quite figured out why. The unfortunate thing about Auto Phoenix is that when it brings you back, it only brings you back with 10,000 health. So, generally what I have to do is when I get a party wipe that only leaves 1 person alive, I have to revive everybody, then get Riku to fully heal everybody, and then we move on. It's just kind of obnoxious. Okay. So that's done. That's the first one. He must be hiding somewhere in the cave after I beat him that 4th time. Maybe I have to go back up the, Maybe he's got another version of him that's hiding somewhere in one of these crevices that I never go in. Maybe back here? No. See, this one just happens as soon as you hit the crossroads. Oh, and by the way, I know I have about 32,000 health on all of my characters. One of the things that I had to do was that 32,000 is not like a naturally tenable amount of health to get. It's just, if you get all the 200 HP spheres, and then fill in the remaining spots with 300 HP spheres, you only end up coming at about 26,000, and that's not a ton. So what I had to do is I had to continue fighting for HP spheres, and then I had to go do a clear on all of the 200 HP spheres that I could find, and I think I still missed a few. And then once I cleared those, replaced them with 300 HP spheres, which got me up to 32,000. I think I could potentially get up to 34 or 36 if I went back to find the ones I'm missing, but I don't know if that's worth it. Worth noting, though. But yeah, it's kind of a pain. It took that took about 2 days to do as well. And I think from what I've been reading, from what I've been researching, I'm kind of at the baseline for potentially beating Penance. Apparently, Nemesis is not that hard. It's just he's got a pattern that you have to follow. But is he back here? No. See, I don't get it. I don't get where this last fight is that we missed. We can keep searching for it, though. I'm not going to end the episode until we do it. Okay. How about over here? Is he maybe back in here? Yes, this is where the last one is.
Back where you started?
No, it's off one of the side shots. Hello! He just runs up and attacks me. Okay. I mean, you know, all the power to you. I'm not going to stop you if you want to attack me. Now what I should really be doing is I should be quick hitting. Because even if it doesn't show that quick hit would be doing something right now, like on where the AT battle gauge shows now, it does help further down the battle gauge. So It's a strategy that I should be getting used to right now. It's just I don't feel like doing it. It's too much menu options. In fact, apparently a lot of people, when they're playing through the game, like actually knowing what they're doing, they don't even get half the skills because there's no point in most of them. They just go and they get the ones they want and ignore the rest just for that reason. I'm too much of a completionist to do that. Maybe if I go... I mean, I'm never going to do this, but if I ever went back through to do like a Riku-only run, that's how I would do it. I still don't know how people do that.
Riku only run? That does...
Like, Riku's the weird one because you have to get all the way up to get her first. But the idea is that once you get Riku, you never use anybody else. She will be the only character you use from then on out.
It does seem a bit odd on that one, but...
I
suppose, is relative.
I don't get how it's... You know, the way the game is designed... It copies EXP when you have more people in the battle. It doesn't split it. So, she'd be leveling up at the exact same rate as she would be otherwise. So I think there'd be a lot of grinding to it. But yeah, actually, if you go look at game facts, it gets kind of ridiculous because they had to start abbreviating for it. Because, for instance, there were the Odin's runs. These were all just stuff I was reading about way back in the day when I first started playing Final Fantasy X. So I knew some of these from way back then. But the Odin's run is 1 day and no saves. So you would beat Final Fantasy X in less than 24 hours, but you would never save. So if you lost, it was game over.
Oh, one of the challenge run style things.
Yeah, challenge runs. But there's... I don't know if I know the entire abbreviation, but there's one that I looked at. It's gonna be no sphere grid, no save, no customization, no summon, no overdrive, no monster taming, no... Like, it's no anything. You're going in at level 1, and you beat the game at level 1. Like, it's so ridiculous. But there are guides to how to do it, so people have done it.
It comes off to me as a special kind of stupid.
I think you might be right. Yeah, don't hope for that, guys. I'm never going to do that. I simply don't have the care in the world. There are some games I would try to speed run. There are some games I would try to flat run, but Final Fantasy X is not one of them. I mean, I could probably do that for, I could probably do it for, like, Skies of Arcadia or something. Because I know that game like the back of my hand, so... But that's one of those, that's one of the only games I'd,
Never really got challenge runs myself.
Well, I think part of it is just, it's the way I play games. I like to replay games. I've played Skies of Arcadia more times than I can count, just because I love the story, I love the ideas, I love the stuff in it. So I would go back and redo it. But if you know a game as well as I do, there's no challenge left in the game. Like, both times I did Skies, I broke the game both times and beat the game just so easily. So, like, a challenge run for me would be to beat the game, don't get any discoveries, don't get any extra crew members, stuff like that, because that would... Doing it that way would limit how much money I had available to me, so I wouldn't be able to get seeds. I would probably also say no seeds at all. So this would limit how ridiculous my stats could become. It would also, I also wouldn't have ridiculously powerful shit. And that would make the game much harder. Or a no prophecy run, so I didn't have the most powerful attack in the game available to me. Like, that makes it so you actually have to juggle status effects when you're fighting, like, final bosses. So it's there to make it harder on yourself. Because there are games like, say, Pokemon X and Y that are ridiculously easy, and you gotta come up with ways to make them more difficult, because they're fun, but if you want a challenge, the challenge just doesn't exist naturally.
Yeah, so I get the meaning behind it. It's just sort of... Challenge mode has never been a thing that I would do.
Okay, so there we go. That should be... That was 5, right?
I've lost count.
Okay, I want to say that was it. Now we're going to go look. So I beat 1 here. So that's number 1. The second one... I mean, the music changed, so that's usually a good sign.
Oh, has the music changed back to whatever it was before? Then I think you've probably
This was
done
number
them all.
2. Number 3, we fought to the right. Number 4, we fought where I'm... number 3, we fought to the right. Number 4, we fought here. And then number 5, we fought up here. Okay, so we did get all 5 fights. Okay.
Pretty
well,
sure.
that was about as much of a pain in the ass as it was supposed to be. So we're good. We have finally defeated Dark Yojimbo. Okay, well, that took longer than I thought it did. Unfortunately, I'm never going to be able to farm Dark Yojimbo again. Thank God I'm never going to be able to farm Dark Yojimbo again.
Yeah, at this point, you probably had more than enough of him.
Especially before I got break HP limit, before I got ribbon, when I was... There were times when I would reload, load up my save, fight Dark Yojimbo, he would ambush me, Wakizashi, I would have to reload and reload my save. And he would do it 4 or 5 times in a row. Yep, but we're done. I'll see you guys next time as we go to fight more Dark Aeons. See you soon.